Hey, ¿qué pasa? Today, I've got an exciting video for you. Many of you will probably recognize where I am right away. I'm at the Oceanographic in Valencia, specifically in the Arc. The Arc is home to incredible species conservation projects, all thanks to the outstanding work of the Oceanographic Foundation of Valencia. As you might already know, the renowned SARA 2025 calendar is available. And this year, just like last, we had a secondary project at the Zaragoza Aquarium Foundation. However, this year we've reached a significant milestone. One of the three main conservation projects is the Petxinot project at the Oceanographic of Valencia. We're heading to the facilities to meet my good friend Pau, who is already waiting for us. He will explain everything, specifically about the Petxinot. What is this fantastic project all about, and why is it in critical danger? It's important to be informed so you can fully support the initiative by purchasing the calendar and ensuring the Petxinot project thrives. Hello, Pau. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Let's go inside so everyone can learn about the Petxinot conservation project. Come along with me. Good morning, Pau. As a conservation technician at the Oceanographic Foundation of Valencia, you're the person I trust the most. We've collaborated on various projects here. Today, you're going to explain the conservation project featured in the iconic SERA calendar. We've been using some images as a resource, and there's a lot of anticipation among people. We'd like you to primarily explain this project so that the public understands its importance. It is crucial for people to realize that the euro spent on the calendar plays a significant role in aiding these animals that are in critical condition. Isn't that right, Pau?
Absolutely. Here, we have the specimens commonly referred to as Petxinot in the Valencian community. However, they aren't a single species. Rather, they are three different species of freshwater bivalves. The largest species we work with is the Anodonta anatina. However, we currently do not have the Uniomancus, and the Potomida littoralis is also among the species. These species are quite similar, making it difficult for the general public to differentiate them. Collectively, they are referred to as Petxinot. Let me explain a bit about the project. We've collected specimens from their natural habitats in collaboration with environmental technicians from the Department of the Environment of the Valencian community. These specimens are housed in our outdoor facilities, which we call the Oceanographic's Living Lake. In addition to these, we also breed other endangered species like the Samarak fish in the Oceanographic's Living Lake, where we keep the adult specimens. What actions do we take? Our primary task is to monitor species, particularly the Anodonta and Unio. We assess their reproductive status, specifically checking when they carry eggs. This is done with assistance from our department veterinarians using endoscopy, a technique that involves opening them slightly to observe their condition. Upon confirming pregnancy, we transport these specimens from the Oceanographic's outdoor facilities to our aquariums. We have brought them in for Alan to document, but this typically occurs from January to March, contingent upon temperature and the species selected, be it Anodonta or Unio. Once confirmed as pregnant, they are placed in aquariums to await the release of Glochidia. What is Glochidia? It's the larval stage of the Petxinot, invisible to the naked eye. These Glochidia settle at the bottom, where we siphon them up, as one would clean an aquarium, collecting them in Tupperware. The Glochidia's unique trait is its parasitic nature on fish, including other endangered species, contributing to the Petxinot's decline. The Petxinot is listed as critically endangered in the Valencian catalogue. Several factors contribute to this, one being the parasitic relationship with fish. The larvae attach to the gills and fins of fish for 10 to 30 days depending on water temperature before detaching and settling in the substrate. During this critical phase, invasive species in our rivers disrupt this process. Key native species are unable to support this development due to issues such as chemical receptor specialization, as seen when induction fails with species like black bass. Therefore, it's crucial not only to protect the Petxinot, but also all native species in our rivers. Disrupting one ecological component can cause the entire system to collapse, highlighting the importance of maintaining this delicate balance.
To summarize, for the Petxinot to reproduce, it must parasitize fish that are unfortunately also endangered, resulting in a precarious ecological chain.
In our particular scenario, we utilize the Mediterranean barbel pike found in our local rivers due to its size and suitability. This species is also present in our lakes. During the reproductive season, we collect these specimens and bring them to the operating room. Our veterinarians examine them using an endoscope equipped with a camera, allowing us to confirm the presence of eggs on screen. These eggs have already been fertilized by the males housed in our outdoor facilities. The males are kept in small enclosures where they can access food primarily consisting of detritus. Generally, these fish are suspension filter feeders, consuming a wide range of food from bacteria to protozoa and a substantial amount of microalgae, much like mussels. When the eggs are ready, they are transferred to the aquariums. We await the release of the parasitic larva known as the glochidium. We then siphon the bottom and perform induction using the glochidia, introducing the Mediterranean barbel pike. The parasitic larvae attach themselves to the gills and fins. After a period ranging from 10 days to a month, the Petxinot is released in the benthic phase. This phase involves a bivalve remaining on the substrate, resulting in a mini Petxinot resembling a mature Petxinot, but only 200 microns in size, which is not visible to the naked eye. From that point onward, is it easier? It remains critical until they grow larger. In fact, how do we care for these tiny creatures? When they are so small, they can't be placed in an aquarium, as currents and sedimentation can be fatal. Instead, they are kept in what is known as a detritus box, essentially containers without filtration, with a little water and substrate housing all the Petxinots. Is the water stagnant? I assume you change it, but how do you change water for animals that are nearly invisible? Well, with a magnifying glass and a microscope. They are so minute that during water changes, we must use a microscope, carefully separating them and replacing water and food. What do we feed them? We provide them with detritus. We select water from our lagoon, mix a small amount with live algae or algae prepared for feeding, like Nanochloropsis, and add just a tiny bit. This sustains the Petxinot. Gradually, with the help of a microscope, we can measure their growth from 200 microns to 300 microns, 400 and so on until they reach adulthood, which is quite challenging. Very few have succeeded. We've managed to reach significant juvenile stages, but haven't yet produced any full-grown specimens because this is a pilot project. Therefore, we need support from SERA to further develop it. We've already established highly validated techniques, such as detecting pregnant females with eggs, which works excellently for us. Induction also proves effective. The critical phase now is for them to reach 1 year of age. In essence, the project focuses on the Petxinot, particularly on 2 of the 3 species found in the Valencian community, Anodonta and Uniomancus. These species are critically endangered in the Valencian catalogue, with only a few specimens remaining. In collaboration with the Department of the Environment and colleagues from the Palmar Fish Farm, a public conservation center for freshwater species, we conduct samplings and have observed a significant decline in their populations.
Pao, you mentioned that not long ago, in just a few square meters, you found 150 to 200 live specimens of the Petxinot. Recently, however, you find only 1 or 2 live ones among 150 to 200. Is that correct?
The Ministry of the Environment has been monitoring these populations in their natural habitats, providing personnel, technical support, and even laboratory tests. Unfortunately, the species is declining rapidly. Previously, in a 200-meter ditch around the lagoon, we found 300 live specimens, but now there are only 4 live ones and 200 dead ones. We've conducted histopathology and toxicology tests on both the water and the specimens, but nothing significant has been found. A similar issue affected Pila nobilis, the Mediterranean nacra, due to a parasite. However, we have yet to pinpoint the problem with the Petxinot. Projects like these, supported by organizations such as SERA and the Oceanographic Foundation, are vital.
Donations, even as small as the cost of a coffee from purchasing calendars, help fund these efforts.
Maintaining these specimens is complex. We manage 40 Tupperware containers, each housing 150 juvenile Petxinots in minimal water, feeding them microalgae daily. Water changes require significant time and resources, involving meticulous specimen counting and size assessments. The project involves maintaining a living lake environment, monitoring water quality, and allowing natural reproduction. When we identify pregnant females, they are moved to aquariums where they release larvae. We then conduct forced induction with fish to facilitate parasitization, observing how the glochidia attach to the fish's gills and fins. I was there with you when we witnessed it.
Unfortunately, it's not the right time for it now, but we will follow up. We plan to display images you might have seen in the video. Although we don't have any images of that parasitic point, we're eager to create a video project to continue our extensive research, and I will be involved.
Currently, we can't observe the detritus boxes as we don't have juveniles due to the season, but in a few months between January and March, as temperatures gradually rise towards spring, we usually see activity. However, this depends on the species in the area where this Petxinot is found. In Valencia, we have things under control during these times. Alan will join us here, and we will show him our laboratory benches filled with containers. Many people are unaware that we manage 200 containers, each with a bit of water and sand. Because the Petxinot fry are not visible to the naked eye, we demonstrate them using microscopes and binocular magnifying glasses, which is fascinating and crucial. That's why we've included specimens to showcase how large they can grow, although it's a dangerous species. With these aquariums, we can maintain them until they release glochidia, and then we return them to the lake where they are thriving for now.
Thank you very much, Pau, for having me today to discuss this fantastic project that we are fortunate to be a part of. Together with Sarah, we're contributing our small part, and I appreciate you welcoming me and sharing the valuable information you have bit by bit.
We promise that soon you will be able to see the entire process, though the project isn't set to start for a few months. Also, I must mention how great the calendar is. It's not just functional, it features large images of fans who have competed, and it's a place where you can jot down notes. It's become quite iconic over the years, though I can't say exactly how long. I know many people who collect them from the very first edition. It's amazing, and this one is for you. Thank you all, and thank you SERA for your support. Pau, thank you again. Please tell me how the project is progressing. Sending hugs.
This concludes the video on the Oceanographic project by the Oceanographic Foundation of Valencia with my good friend Pau. Through our collaboration, we've developed a great relationship. As Pau mentioned, it's important to raise awareness and prevent the unfortunate events that affect life as much as possible. Like in other projects, we're contributing with our calendar initiative, donating €1, whether it's for a sibling, cousin, or mother-in-law. The key is to be supportive, and together we can improve the situation of the Petxinot in some way. So, show some love for the calendar and let's buy it. Sending hugs, take care.